So I'm delighted to be joined by renowned athletics commentator Tim Hutchings. Thanks for your time, Tim. Just to give the fans of the Diamond League out there just a bit more of a behind-the-scenes perspective, can you talk us through your role as a commentator in terms of your preparation building up to each of the events?
Sure, yeah. I mean, the meet is tonight, Friday night. I came out Wednesday evening along with Steve Cram. We're both doing the commentary for the World Feed. I see my job as hitting a balance in commentary between making it an enjoyable evening's commentary and sport for the people who know about track and field, who are knowledgeable, and not making it baffling for the floating voter, the people who are just one click away from turning over to some other channel, and making sure that they enjoy it as well. So there's got to be a good energy levels through the broadcast, good level of knowledge without stuff that baffles people and gets too complex, too technical. And it's a very fast-paced show. You know, they've worked very hard at the Diamond League to condense an evening's international athletics into 2 hours. That's tough. But you know, that sort of period, like a soccer game or a rugby game or something like that, is a really good period. 2 hours of high-paced, fast action, and you can't please everybody. You know we can't please all the field event fans. We have to condense a lot of the field event stuff. But we try to do justice to every discipline and hit every mark that's necessary for the viewer.
Sure. In terms of research, how do you go about that? Because obviously there's an immense number of stars, particularly here this evening in Doha. How do you go about preparing and bringing out those key stats that we all look forward to hearing during commentary?
Of course, the dream is to do tennis. You've got two people. I mean, the stats are kind of easier. You know, we've got 200 people tonight or more, I think, in the meeting. There's a very good service in this day and age, thank goodness, to electronic media and so on, for commentators in terms of biographies being produced, ranking lists, and so on. So obviously we make use of those, but you know, it's how you then take that off the page and put it into words that matters. I mean, anybody can sit and talk. It's a case whether you can talk with energy and enthusiasm. So we're very lucky compared with even 15-20 years ago when I started commentating back in 1990 when I retired as a runner. It was lots and lots of scribbling with a pen, you know, 4 or 5 hours scribbling out the start list yourself, doing tons of research from books. There was no internet back then. I mean, it's hard to believe now. So we're kind of in a luxurious position now, but you're still at the mercy of the meet organisers. They do a great job for the media. It makes our job easier and therefore makes the finished product better.
As an ex-athlete, you're accustomed to dealing with pressure in the environment. When there's these key races, there's these big names, and you know you're moments away from history. How would you manage that sort of tension and atmosphere, putting that into words for the audience back at home?
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, you know, I think no commentator is perfect. Loads of us make mistakes from time to time, but generally, if it's a 400 metres, you don't start off the race screaming when the gun goes. You want to go through the gears as they're coming around the top bend and into the home straight, and verbally and with volume and excitement levels. So that's part of the job. It's like horse racing. You know, a really good horse racing commentator saves his top crescendo for that last straight. But you know, we're obviously aware of where there are significant clashes, like tonight McLuffy against Kiprop in the 1500 metres, you know, the Olympic champion against the world champion. 400 metres, Merritt against Santos. They've already had a couple of fantastic matchups in the last couple of weeks, you know, over one lap. Valerie Adams in the shot, you know, can anybody get close to her? I love the variety in track and field, you know, the fact that you have got field events, you have got track events, you've got distance, you've got jumps, you've got throws. It's what keeps the energy there for me. And we do have to work hard to be on the ball through the show because the picture's changing, it's flitting around from one event to another. We're getting information like that through our headphones. Occasionally you get problems and electronic issues during the broadcast which you have to cope with and try and make it seem seamless. But the challenge generally is really invigorating. I love it. I think we're incredibly lucky. You know, we remain very aware that there's thousands of people who'd love to be in our shoes calling these races, but the big races are the ones you prep most for.
It's been a fascinating insight, Tim. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.